Namaste. You listening Wellness Tech Radio Show, and I'm Kyla with the Messages of Light. I'm so happy and delighted to be with all of you today, share the time, space, energy, and amazing experience because together we are better, and it's truly wonderful to come together as a community and connect, share, and support each other. So, as you know, my show created to support you move forward in your own spiritual path. Whatever it is, I trust you find the best way for you to move forward. And my job and my true honor and joy to support you, to inspire you, and to help you. So, and today, together we are better, I have very special guest with me, Dana Afanador, and I thought it will be perfect for today's topic. So she didn't have questions to prepare. I have to tell you what she asked me. What do you want me to talk about? I tell her, well, I want you to do it in real lifetime because I want it to be honest answers and real life experience. So guys, you are here for a treat, so stay with us, and it will be wonderful. So, as you know, we are at Tosa Blue Mountains, we are at the sacred land, the temple of self ascension. We are very high, and the Andes Mountains and the Ecuador. And energy here is truly amazing. Tosa is a true campground and campus for self ascension. And what's very interesting, the land by itself is very sacred and it's holding very high vibrations. So this is different. We know that. So we stand here and we feel it. If we have to go somewhere, maybe to a town to shop, and it's like 1 hour drive, we feel it and you will feel it because energy is so distinctly different. It's almost like you go from high vibration, supportive, light, amazing energy to the more dense energy. And you feel the shift when you go back and forth. So, and I feel in many ways we are modeling the future of our communities because we will be living as communities and the land was supporting us because we are looking for a place to live and feel happy. I know just last year many people change their locations. I know many of my friends are moved. Many people called just go somewhere else. And again, we come together as a community and we are moving forward in the most supportive and ascended and authentic way of living. So, and connection with the land is essential. So, today we will be talking about living in the sacred land through insights, through experience, real life person who will be sharing with you today. So, stay with us. I think it's an amazing topic, and I'm very happy to present it for you. As you know, I lived here on Tosa Blue Mountains for a little over a year, and then I was here for 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
A month.
a month. So
Yep.
here you are.
So since March, I've been back and forth. This is my 5th time. So I've spent a significant amount of time here. So 2 weeks, and then a month, and then another 2 weeks, and another 2 weeks. And
here you are.
yeah,
And it feels like home.
yeah, it does. It does. I go home for 2 weeks, and I come back, and I'm here for a month.
Or home.
Yeah.
Like home.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. We both feel we'll share our energy and experience with you today with sacred object, with a sacred drum. What I was honored to get and receive after very special sacred ceremony and the current event. It was Kanyari medicine man Alexander doing the community circle healing, which is very, very powerful because everyone's staying in the circle. And it was a fire ceremony. And it was amazing. And at the end, he offered 2 drums for people who would like to have it, and one drum been taken right away. And I was looking for another one because for me it was strong connection with the land, and it's a lot of joy. And I was honored to receive it, and I'll share it with you so you will feel the energy, and afterward we'll start discover and explore more about energetic shifts and connection we experience here. So okay, visual aids. This is the beautiful spiral, universal spiral, and colibris, which is human birds. And in Kanyari tradition, we are a lot of joy, and you see we coming in and out from the beautiful universal spiral. Oh, I hope you guys see it. So, and the messengers between two words, so it's divine and it's us. So I thought it's very significant, and I also feel it's need to stay with the land. And we are will be sharing the gift with you, so you will feel the energy. So okay, Dana, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
We will drum for you a little bit. So just connect with the energy, guys. It's no particular way to receive it. Just feel it.
Take a nice Ave Sa breath.
Here you are. Why don't you guide us? So
Let's do another. And one more.
Ave Sa. And connect with your own heartbeat. How are you doing, Dana?
Beautiful.
Are you feeling it?
Yes.
It's like vibrations.
Yes.
And all the beautiful art and authentic creation of Colibris and the universe. And I don't know if you can see the stars, and Colibris kind of coming in and out of the beautiful universal spiral. I just love it so much. I hope I'll learn more so I can use it, and it will be great connection with the land. So thank you so much for letting me share that moment with you. And now we just would like to have a deeper conversation about living in the sacred site and sacred land. What I feel is very strong for me after living all the time here. It's respect. Respect I have, and appreciation I have for the land, because I know it's sacred. So, and I hold it as a sacred. This is why I start with the drum, because it's a sacred object. What was given to me, it's not my toy. It's been given to me as a sacred, and I hold it as a sacred. So for me, this is one of the most important qualities to being here and connecting with the land. I always deeply respect it as a sacred. So then what would be your deepest experience in connection with the land, if you just...
So I agree with you completely, Kyla. It's a sacred space, spot, land, a frequency that must be held at all times. You can feel it's not anything where someone has to show you or someone has to explain it. As soon as you get here, you feel it. Anybody who's been here, who's on this show, can relate, and I'm sure agree with what we're saying. It's incredible. You walk around. I was walking today, and there's beautiful berries on the trees by the Peace House, and me and Paulina are eating them on our way down to bring the luggage. And there's so much vitality and so much healing energy and frequency everywhere, within the water, within the land, within the trees. Everything, the light, that it is such a sacred place. I call it the Garden of Eden, but not only the Garden of Eden, the Mountain of Eden, the Land of Eden, the cosmics of Eden. It is creation.
Yes, yes. I'm agree with you. And actually, it's very interesting you mentioned the frequencies,
Mhm.
because what I noticed while you was here, you and I kind of synchronized in
Yes.
very interesting way,
Mhm.
and it just happened.
Mhm.
It's almost like the land and the frequency we live in
Mhm.
help us connect on the deeper level, and we start to experience deeper with synchronicity and harmony. Like, for example, you and I was thinking to do the same things in the same time because
Yeah.
it needs to be done.
We would literally, but all of you, I'm sure, know that Shrink here, we're in Mexico for, a few days or a week. And Kyla and I, with some of the staff, have had the honor
Yes.
and blessing and to be here loving and holding the frequency of the land. And we really were able to, when we were in the flow the whole time. I don't
Yes.
think we were ever out of it. We would show up to shut the gate at the same time. We would show up, I would walk down one step and she would walk down the other. Someone would do this and someone would do that. Everything was in flow and perfect. There was not one.
Yeah, it was harmony and synchronicity because we both was deeply connected and attuned to the frequency of the land, because otherwise we wouldn't do it in such harmony and a continuous flow.
It's all about the pureness
Yes.
of the heart.
Yeah, agree, because in order to be in that space, you need to let go of your ego enough so you kind of step back and become an observer, and the master within you step forward, and you will hold in that energy, and you will be holding that presence with everything what you're doing. And it's make me remember about what Skira was saying about life as a ceremony. So life become as it's ceremony. So whatever you do, it can be like smallest tasks, it can be like smallest things you're doing, you take it as a ceremony. So you present, so you hold in your energy and you're doing it and you actually enjoying it.
Yes.
And I usually feel very grateful for this moment because it's helped me connect on the deeper level, and it's helped me remember my cosmic heritage. And if you guys noticed, Danny and I holding this space for you today, this Divine Galactic Blueprint. And we think it's very important for you to understand this is the place where we're all going. It's already within us. It's encoded in our DNA. We just need to lift up and open up more to live in that space when we can travel multidimensional, when we connect effortlessly, when intuitive connections flow in, guidance, clarity, support, because you start to receive support on the deeper level. It's different level, but you start and receive it, start and recognizing it, start and accepting it, and feel grateful for it. So
you receive. It's almost,
yeah,
it's at a point you have to be in order to be on that level of frequency where you're in that flow. Receiving has to be something that you are okay with.
Yeah, this is true. So you need to be open enough, you need to be trust enough, so you can be on the flow, because when you're on the flow, sometimes you cannot control something, and the point is you have to let it go. And but by holding the frequencies and holding the vision of harmony and balance, everything starts in
Integrity and grace.
integrity and grace, everything starts in harmonize and balance itself. And guys, from my own experience, I'm deeply grateful to have another person here, because I can tell you, for two people, it's easy to hold energy. It's harder to do when you're by yourself, but when you have community, like we have amazing community. Hope you're part of Monday Magic, because we just start the new series, last book of we're seeing. Oh guys, it's mind-blowing.
Yes, if you have not joined, and we've only done one lesson, so join in and then listen to lesson 1. It will knock your socks off, and then join in with us for lesson 2 and all the remainder lessons. So
yes, it's great way to support yourself. It's great way to stay connected and receive support, because the more you lift, the more we connect. You start and see yourself in the beautiful circle of connection and gathering. Like right now, we see people who are connecting with us, and Dana and I are both grateful and would like to say hello to you guys.
Everyone.
We love you,
Love you so much.
We see some people joining in, and I truly appreciate and enjoying it. So it's wonderful.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and I see some friends. Yes, hey. Like I see
Hello.
Bea saying hi, and she'll say hi. Everyone, thank you, guys. We love you, and truly stay with us. Together we're better.
We are better together.
We're better.
We are.
It's not one person job. What we're doing right now, it's not one person job. This is community. This is truly community. So we're doing it together. So stay with us.
You are all radiant beings of light as well. Yes, we love you all so much. Yes.
Okay, and now I think very important to mention today, and I know you guys notice it, because when you start in lifting up, when you start in living the yoga self-ascension, you start to receive and notice the law of instant manifestation. It's like just you think about something, just like boom, it's here. And it's wonderful, and we'll talk about that, but also because of that, and we are on the land of the high frequencies, we see it more and more. But also remember, the energy is neutral.
Yes.
The energy is neutral. So it's our responsibility, when you start to see it and you start to enjoy it, it's almost like we're starting noticing it more, and we need to watch our thoughts more. Because energy is neutral. In the neutral fields, when the 0 point creative field, so wherever we're holding, we'll see it. So it's kind of like a habit we created, and I would like to hear from you, of course. Almost like you have to witness and monitor your thoughts and your attitude. And it's very interesting how to do it. Because if you guys think we're perfect, we're saint, we never have human emotions, think again. We're still human beings. We still have human bodies. We still have families. We still have things to deal in with. So it's very, very important. So you know what you're holding at the moment. And also, it's very important to be honest with yourself. You don't want to suppress your emotions. You don't want to pretend, because it doesn't work. Doesn't work. So you have to be real. But also, at the same time, you need to distance yourself enough from your emotional and kind of life, emotional kind of way of
emotional being,
yeah, but also like reactivity, and stay in your presence while you're doing everything what needs to be done. Because remember, the law of instant manifestation is here for you. So, and of course, I would like to hear from Dana. What do you experience? How you
so on that? It's neutral. The instantaneous manifestation happens not only right now in the universe, is that what's huge and creating and being done, but especially when you're here at TOSA in the Christ creation of energy of the world, of the land. Things can come in, you have frequency energies, distractor frequency energies that come in, that try to come in to make us sometimes have those things to question ourselves, the guilt, the shame, the fear, all of those lower vibrational energies. And sometimes we have to go, okay, and that's exactly what it is. Enough. Okay, and take control. Know that it is a moment that you can get through. And usually when we're having those moments, it's a mastery moment, right? It's a moment to level up, to walk through, and to get through that shame, that fear, that guilt, all of those lower vibration interference frequencies that are coming in to try to take away or stray us from our mastery.
Agree. Yeah, no, it's wonderfully described. Yeah, basically, if something arises, take care of it right away. Don't try shovel it somewhere else. Don't try kind of suppress it and be angry at yourself for having that emotions at the moment or dealing with what you're dealing at the moment. Again, this is the mastery moment, as Dana beautifully mentioned, and it's very interesting moments because you have opportunity to lift up even higher through the fear, through the anger, through the doubt. But it's two very important points. You need to remember this is temporally conditioned. You need to remember you have a master. And also you need to remember you have all the tools and support to do it. So basically you need to know you're capable to do it at the moment.
And a lot of times I notice, Kyla, those distractor energies that come in sometimes are things that are life scripts. There's something within our frequency that show up again. There's something that, come in a different way, but within the same cycle or the same thing. So sometimes, it's really a good time to sit there when those frequencies come in and say, okay, I've seen this before, or I know this, and this is my chance to do it, think about it, look at it differently. Go into breath. Go into a space, go into nature. Sometimes it's just okay to say, I don't have the answer for this right now, or I can't take care of this right now, or this isn't what we're doing, or this isn't how we're going to handle this. And stepping into our mastery presence and our knowing and our truth, that then helps that many others. I mean, is what does Kira and Sri and Kira say? That it's 100,000 that we hold the light for, and now it's up to 1 million. So think about that. Every time we level up, we are leveling up for 1 million other people within this universe. So it's a win-win for me. I mean, I'll do it. So
no, I love a description. And honestly, this is the moment of choice, and this is the energy of the choice. Because if you're choosing to stay in your mastery, it's a choice, and you hold it, doesn't matter what. And guys, I have to tell you, sometimes it is intense because with the highest frequencies, best way I can describe it, if you bump into low vibrational energy, or low vibrational energy bumping into you, you will feel it with great intensity because it will be just right on your face. So everything will be amplified. So all energy become bigger. And you already know that, because if you're on the spiritual path, you know that the moment you start going forward, the more things will start coming to you, the old unresolved issues, old unresolved patterns, or just something what's kind of testing you and all along the way will come to you. And here in Tulsa, from what I can tell you, it is intense. It'll
blow up your ego or whatever you have still going on sometimes. So to heal it,
it's
to bring the light, and
staying
love.
in your mastery, and you make the choice to hold on to your mastery. It doesn't matter what. And sometimes maybe you need to go a few steps back and take care of yourself and heal something, or just accept something.
Which is true.
Just accept something.
And release it and let it go.
But sometimes you have to go back, look at something, and just I hope I didn't see it, but I see it right now. So, and first step, I accept it.
Yes.
And after that, you start in building after that. And of course, as a master, you're using all your support. Like you see, Dana and I sitting here, supporting you, holding you guys.
Yes.
And we feel all of you. And I know you can do it. Whatever is in your life. And I know it is intense right now because we are in the energy of a full moon.
Yes. And we've had 2 rainstorms, which I think is incredible. We've had 2 rainstorms the last 2 nights where we have not been able to see the full moon here.
Yeah.
So we've had a heavy rainstorm, and anybody who's been to Tulsa knows that it doesn't really rain that much here, and we don't get big rainstorms that often. So to have 2 big rainstorms on, the night of the full moon is coming in, we really had to sit there and hold our space to bring the moon in and see it here ourselves. And we did that. We did. So
we know it's here.
Mhm.
And I think it's a great description too. Even something going in your life, you
Mhm.
cannot see it, you know it's here.
Mhm.
Like we was not able to see the moon,
Mhm.
but we both know it's here. We both felt
Mhm.
the energy.
Mhm.
And I was just enjoying the energy.
Mhm.
And rain was feel very
Mhm.
comforting. Rain was feel very comforting because it was water, it was flow, it was restoration, it was beautiful, like flowing energy. So I think it's great metaphor for us. Even if you don't see the moon, even something not in your life yet, but you know it's here, it's here.
You still feel the energy. You
Yeah.
still feel and know that it's here and
Yeah,
present.
yeah. So even if you feel like you don't have support, even like you feel you're alone, we're
We're
with you. We're right here with you guys, holding you
Yes.
as you connected with us at the moment. We feel you, we love you, we hold you in your mastery presence because we know you can do it. And together we are better.
Yeah.
So, and I know the moment you choose to work as a master and live the way of yoga of self-ascension and you highest potentiality level, uh, you made your mastery choice. And also, what I find very interesting for me, it's almost like I have to let go of some attachment with my previous way of living, like moving to Tosa. It was few changes, so I have to let it go. And also, it's very interesting. Simultaneously, I have to accept, but now I have a different ways to receive support and guidance. It's almost like a brain shift. You let go of something once before, but you're not just bury yourself of resources of something because you accept the greater level of support in the different level. It's not so much on the conscious level, it's more like your mastery choice, and you support it, like we're holding the divine galactic blueprint for you, so you connect on another level, so you receive on another level. And don't think it's not real, because guys, it is real. We're both sitting with you here today.
It's real.
It's real. And if you think it's not real, think again.
And I'm sure all of you feel it and know it as well. I'm sure anybody who is connecting on the show or connecting has touched base and connected with the Divine Galactic Blueprint and has connected with their higher star consciousness and has felt that power and of the creation and the connection with that source.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's here, and it's here to support you, because this is you, this is who you are, this is your heritage, this is your DNA, this is what you hold in, and this is where we all go, and this is the new way of living, a new way of receiving, and a new way connecting and supporting each other and love each other. So basically, it's love, sincerity, and presence. This is the universal formula of miracle makers. Love, sincerity, presence. This is all we need to do.
Yeah.
Simple. Love, sincerity, presence. This is your love.
And by doing that, it's so easy, but yet so complicated for people at the same time, because there's all of those things that come in, right? Dogma, your families, your this, the traditional way of whatever. But when you really stay within your truth, within your presence, within your knowing of what you know, and not knowing of what Kyla knows but not knowing what but knowing what Dana knows for Dana, knowing what Kyla knows for Kyla, not knowing what universally knowing, but knowing what we know for ourselves universally unlocks opportunities for others, because us stepping into our knowing and our truth sometimes puts us, most all the time, puts us in places to unlock other opportunities. So if you follow into your truth of, let's just say a simple suggestion, let's just say a simple thing, you get the knowing that you must go to the supermarket, or you have to go, and you get that, I don't know why I have to go today. It's the knowing that I have to go, I have to get this done. And there you go, and you meet this person that you needed for a home, or needed for this, or needed for that. But if you wouldn't have went into your truth and your knowing and trusted yourself and said, oh no, I'm not going to go today, or all of those are just the voices in my head, and I'm not going to trust myself, or trust within yourself, then you won't fall into those opportunities of making the miracles, of having the alignment, because you have to be in alignment within yourself and in a presence of whole in order to have those miracles show up and happen.
No, very beautiful said, very beautiful said, completely agree with you. So, but trust will be very important ingredients to create the flow.
Why? Because spirit keeps us on a very, very, very need to know basis.
But trust is one of the largest component, because when you trust, you open to receive. You relax enough to receive. Just think about that. When you trust, when you not trust, it's energy of fear and openness. So you're open to receive and you feel comfortable, or you're not open to receive and you're just like, I'm not trusting you. So this is different energy, and this is different ways to you to connect and communicate. And ultimately, this is deepest way for you to receive. How much you trust to receive. Either it's come in different forms, and either you don't know which direction it's coming, or how it will come, or what's happened. This is the part of a mastery and living in the greater flow.
That you have to let go.
Yeah. It's like a thoughts, it's like a brain. Sometimes you have to let it go. Tell it's okay, I'm safe.
So it shows up in the ways that you couldn't even imagine.
Yes, but you hold in your mastery presence. You're not just starting running around, just feeling like creating.
You trust that it's going to come, because if you make that wish to the universe and then you say, okay, and you really aren't within your trust, and fooling yourself. I mean, how many of us, I've done it to myself too. Like I'll, say and demand from the universe, but then still be in the spectacleness of it coming in. And then that's where you kink and not create the flow. So you really do have to, with pure love, sincerity, and presence, trust.
Trust, yes. Yes, agree with you completely. And also, I think it's very important when we hear in the mastery moment know its great intensity, and remember our thoughts literally will be manifesting. So, but I think it's very important, and I usually use in all my tools and practices to support me. And not because I feel like I have to do the practices because someone telling me this is your routine, this is, if you want to live your authentic life or your self-ascension, you have to do it. No, I am doing it because it's helped me feel good. It's helped me stay on the flow, and it's helped me lift up and learn more, and it's helped me transmute that mastery moment when intensity come forward. And I have my tools, I have knowledge, I have experience, and I have enough training, so I don't have to go into fear-based reaction moments. So it's almost like practice is what you're doing, part of your life. This is part of your life.
Your practices have to become your normal part of your life. Running your energy, being in nature, watching what you eat, processed food lowers your frequency. That you need to have things of vibrancy, of life, of healing in order to have yourself within a higher frequency. That all makes a difference. So having those practices, taking the time for yourself, for self-care, that was one of the biggest things that I had a hard time for myself was
she was running like
self-care, and because just
Yeah.
me. I'm a healer. I'm a nurse. I love to love and care for
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
and beings. I shouldn't just say people because there's all beings too. So you have to learn those self-care. That's part of your spiritual practice. You have to learn to receive. If you don't think that you are worthy of receiving something, then how can the miracles and the blessings come in?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's almost like, again, you keep your vibration high. You taken care of your energy. You taken care of your emotionality. So it's all part of up leveling experience, because as you know, we are on the great up leveling experience right now, and this is why we choose to deliver that information for you today, because we are on the great concentric dimensionality. We're learning to live multidimensionally. So we are in the leveling energy right now, and all of that can destabilize your physical form if you're not prepared. And first preparation is the mental, like I'm okay, I'm safe. This is my mastery choice, and I know I have done it before. We have done it before. So we are safe. This is just the change, or this is just the adjustment. And I preparing myself by doing what I'm doing. And I actually receiving it with great joy, and actually just lets me think about the four knowings. Because this is what we're talking about. It just come very strongly to me. And I'll outline it for you again. I'm sure you know it. I'm not my body. I'm not my body.
I'm not. We're frequency. We can heal anything. We can heal anything.
Yeah.
So we are not our body.
Not the light. And second one, my mind is my servant.
Yeah.
My mind is my servant.
You can change your thoughts instantaneously. You can take a situation and level it up to ascension of being grateful, of seeing the beauty in it, seeing the light in the most
in beautiful ways. So,
right, in beautiful ways, and that takes time, and it does, and it does. But our mind is our servant.
So,
it is
who is in control,
right?
The master, the master within me. And third knowing, I keep my eyes on the divine at all times.
Regardless of what happens, there's going to be things, and I have to tell you, just because we are here does not mean that we do not have the things that come up in our own personal lives that come up.
This is so true.
It does. Even that stuff happened similar this week.
Yeah. With great intensity because of frequencies.
Right. But it was staying in that presence of keeping our eyes on the divine at all times, knowing that there's interference frequencies, knowing that we are in our mastery presence, knowing that we are light and love, and that our mind is our servant, that we are not our body, all of those things. And when you do keep to those four knowns, then you wind up it's easier to walk your mastery presence.
Yeah. And the fourth one is beautiful. Everything in perfect divine order.
It really is. I have watched some of the crappiest situations that I've stayed in presence of knowing in truth and that everything is divine, and watched them flourish into beautiful miracles of abundance.
Yeah.
So it is true. I mean, it is all in the divine. If you truly believe that, if you truly feel that within your soul, then you know that all is okay at all times.
Yeah, all is well.
All is well.
All is well. And this is true, because if you start and connect with the universal energy in the great ways, you will see everything in the universe is love, light, harmony, like greatest harmony and a balance.
And then I have to say, once you get to that point where you're living like that, you start to see that you're no longer really interfacing with some of those
It's
other
true.
energies. And then it's easier for you to see the lower density energies, or it's easier for you to see the interaction frequency energies that are coming in trying to. So it's easier to see when you really kind of
True.
stay to those
True,
practices.
true. And it's fun sometimes because you just see it's look
You're
like
witnessing.
you're witnessing, you're a master, you're seeing what you're seeing, but you detach enough so you have a room to adjust and shift and create and change it, best way I can describe it, without the coming to the fight, because this is last thing you would like to do. You don't want create any form of fights or aggressions because
Because that's
it's
it.
aggression and it's a fight. So you would like to stay in a higher frequencies to resolve anything what's need to be resolved from the love and space. So
And remember, those things that pop up into our lives, that there are sometimes those unhealed issues, or those are those things that that are in there that need to come up and surface in order for us to keep on ascending and get to the next level. So if you really, really stay in that mind frame, when you have something that comes up into your life that's challenging, or something that's, seems like it's like, oh my gosh, this again, or this is happening, or oh my gosh, why me, and blah, 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 and all that stuff that we all do, it's really good to just go, stop, breathe, and really take a look at it. What is this trying to show me? What is this mastery moment? Have I seen this before? And how do I walk through differently now than I have in the past? And why does this maybe keep on showing up?
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's actually remind me of Jess, great friend of us, Jess Jundun, and Jess, we love you.
We all love Jess.
We love you. I remember I had a conversation with her, and she told me, no, this is real mastery when you're in the real mess, and when you don't know what to do, and you hold in your presence, tell thank you.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on,
yes,
but I know
thank
this
you.
is
Huge.
This is for my good, because everything in divine order. So thank you.
Yes, thank you for showing me this. Thank you for putting me in this mastery moment.
Yeah, this is like the level of mastery, just like. And I see people leaving great comments, and I love it. Like, lovely beer, love you, saying I would never go back in my life because I know what I'm living right now. And Angel say, yes, this is how it is. This is what my experience. So I'm grateful you guys see what we're talking about, because you live in it. We're not just telling you something what's conceptual.
And then once you live it, and you live it daily, day in, and day out, people start wondering what you're doing, or how you create those miracles, or how you just get through something so gracefully with, and it's just doing those practices. It's being
just
in your
stay in
mastery
vibrational
presence.
flow and holding the frequencies. And also what's very interesting, and I know you can create it where you live in, because right now we're living in the mountains. It's beloved Tosa, it's sacred land, so we have it vibrations. And what I experience, land by itself have a voice. It's almost like a guiding and supporting energy coming from the land. Like, guys, I'll tell you, I love that land so much. Sometimes I feel like I'm dissolving in that land, because it's so incredibly beautiful.
It is
vibrant.
To feel the heartbeat.
Yes. What I'm trying to tell you, the moment you start connect on the higher level, you start experience everything on the deeper level. So you have a way to connect with the land you living in.
And bring up those vibrations.
Exactly.
Because when you love and honor your trees, your water, your food, just sitting there eating your food and loving and honoring it as it's being made and coming into and ingesting into your body is a healthy practice. Loving and sending love and grace and presence to your land, to wherever you live, to all of that. That's a higher frequency. If you sat there and talked to a plant every day and told it that it was ugly and horrible and this and that, it would die. It's a living thing. It has energy. When you sit there and watch these plants flourish and grow, and not just here at TOSA, it's through the whole entire universe.
Yes.
But it's our jobs as light beings of this universe and world in order to bring that to be.
Exactly.
To love and honor the earth.
Exactly. It's all about love and connection and accepting everything on kind of different level. Like I know friends was sharing with me when we started to do more practices, especially SNA practices. And right now I remember when Monday Magic was SNA last book of what we have seen. Yes. So you start here with trees. You start connecting with the plants on the greater level. And guys, don't dismiss it. Don't think it's something just like I'm creating or imagine. This is real because you start in commune and communicate on the deeper level. And what's around us is very responsive. Like the plants, the land by itself, the crystals. We all know the power and the beauty of the crystals. And it's holding high vibrations for us. But the minute you start connect with your crystals, you know what's happened. Crystals open up to you more, and it's creating with beautiful, amazing bond. And another stream of energy by itself, what's allow you to do more healing work or support your meditation practice. It's almost like the love you're giving out and respect you're giving out and harmony and peace you're projecting in offering to the land or to your surroundings, coming back to you, and you feel the pulse. So you become deeply connected, and this is where true magic begins.
Yes.
This is where true magic begins. You can hear the water. You can receive the most wonderful love and energy from the plants around you. The animals will come to you because we will instantly trust you. Because we know we're safe with you. Yes, so this is truly magical moment, and I know this is where we're going, and this is the new way of living, because we are remember our oneness. We're not so different,
Our purpose.
guys. Yeah, it's all about oneness. We are standing as one, humans and animals, plants and crystals, and we have a lot of support from our beautiful surroundings, beautiful land, beautiful stones, like here in Tosa Blue Mountains, of course, guys, you know, it's beautiful blue stones. It's the beautiful temple of light, which is sometimes it's stones, but you can feel it in your heart.
Yes.
So, but the moment you open up and start connect and loving, all shifts are happening, and you start to receive.
I have to share. It's very funny. One of those things yesterday, Kira and I were taking a walk along our moat tour. And, so many times, but I was there with Kira. So of course you're in the energy, you're flying. So, most people are just walking normally, you know what I mean? You're walking and just going and you straight ahead or, not really looking around and just walking. Well, we saw the most, I've never seen this in my life. We saw an ant farm of them actually carrying the leaves. There was a road on the moat of these ants, these worker ants that's how magical is that? To sit there and see and watch these little ants. We saw leaves, little ivy leaves going across the little and Kira's like, Dana, the leaves are moving. What's going? And we get down and we look down and we see all these an ant farm, and they had a road that was going of all the little ant workers with the leaves working. They would dump all their leaves in their little nest, and then they went back on the other side of the road all empty-handed.
Oh my God.
How
Magical.
Incredibly beautiful and magical is that? And how many times do people every day look past those beautiful, magical things? How many people would walk past and step on that ant farm that was walking through and that beautiful doing that beautiful, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was so it was the most precious
Yeah.
thing I think I've ever seen. So those are the things that sometimes, a lot of times, people, when you're in those lower frequencies, what happens is you're not looking for the beauty and the magic in all the things.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
No, beautifully said. Very
Mhm.
beautifully said. Yeah, it's almost like having eyes, your
Mhm.
cosmic eyes open, so you can see all the beauty and magic around you, and your life truly become beautiful and magical, because remember, it's all a reflection.
Mhm.
It's all reflecting back on you. So
Beautiful, Angel. Yes, yes, yes. That's so true. Right. You had this queen wasp on your forehead and you just let it be there because you became one. So, I mean, my things that I do whenever I have animals come into my life like that or something, I always look up what their spiritual meaning is. So,
Yeah.
what does it mean, Angel, to have that queen wasp come and stay on your forehead, on your third eye for several minutes and you just being there? That's pretty magical.
Yeah, wonderful.
So,
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being with us today. I want you to remember how magical and beautiful you are, and I want you to appreciate all the magic and beauty around you. Because wherever you live in right now, wherever you are, it's perfect for you. You are the master. We're doing it together. We love you so much. Keep going. You are amazing.
amazing. We love you.
Love you.
Yes. Together we are better. Namaste, my
Namaste.
loves.